like there's no tomorrow.
Welcome to the BingKing podcast.
All right, how's everyone doing? I have Dean here with me. Dean, how are you?
Yeah, what's up? I'm good. How are you?
We just had pizza, so I'm actually really full.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you, what's it like?
Wait, hold on. I gotta know how long is this podcast gonna be?
Like an hour.
Oh, we're not doing like a 7-hour Joe Rogan experience.
Maybe 90 minutes at most.
Wait, what's your longest podcast?
2 hours. I did one
2
for
hours?
2 hours. Yeah.
Okay.
But
With
I don't
who?
enjoy it.
Who was it for 2 hours with?
I think it was with. I actually think it was Jam.
Oh, okay. You guys
Yeah.
talked in
About
Chinese
coffee, yeah.
Chinese about coffee for 2
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Jam's really into coffee though. Like
He
that's his
is.
job. Yeah.
Yeah. Who do you think you could talk to for 2 hours and not get bored?
In Shanghai, or just in general?
I guess in Shanghai first. Yeah, in Shanghai.
It can't be anyone too serious. Like, I thought about this.
Okay.
I don't think I could talk to Joseph for like 2 hours about jujitsu. Like,
Okay.
he could do it.
Yeah.
But I don't think I could keep up.
Right, you'd be
That's
like-
my big problem.
You
Like,
start thinking about magic.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I could talk about magic for 2 hours, but it would
Okay.
have to be someone that can also talk about magic for 2 hours.
Yeah, I got you.
So you have to be on like a level playing field.
Okay, I see.
So I don't know. I
Okay.
think archery I could probably do for 2 hours. Like my archery coach I could probably do for 2 hours.
Okay, so what about like anybody, not just in Shanghai?
Ooh. Any interviewer I could do for 2 hours because they're good enough at the conversation.
So
and they
like
don't
Joe
get tired.
Rogan?
Yeah, like a Joe Rogan.
Okay.
It doesn't matter who's in front of him. Like he could do it. Like
Yeah,
a Lex
yeah, yeah.
Friedman.
Yeah.
But the problem is they're very good listeners and
Yeah.
not necessarily very good talkers.
Okay.
Like sometimes
Wait,
Lex.
you're saying they're not good talkers?
I think sometimes
Shots
they don't
fired, Rogan. We're coming for you. And Lex, we're trying to beat you in the podcast charts.
Have... Good luck.
Wait, what are the numbers like on this thing? Is it,
I have no idea.
You
I
never
don't-
check?
I never look at my numbers.
Really?
I don't look at numbers. I post it and then I'm just like, yeah, you know. And then when someone talks to me, they're
yeah.
like, oh yeah, I want to do jujitsu. I'll send them like a Dean episode, or I'll send them like a whatever.
Oh God, don't say. Oh wait, how many times have I done this podcast?
At least 3. This might be 3. Number 3.
Okay, I'm hoping. Yeah. Listeners, please do not go back and listen to my
no,
past
listen to the
podcast.
old
I probably said something really stupid.
The
and
one with
insufferable.
like you and Elena was actually pretty good. I think
Okay.
that one. I've
Probably
gotten
still-
feedback where people were like, "Oh, I like that episode."
Really?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. I'm thinking about like anything I said in the past
I can't remember.
few years is probably very cringe.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But to be fair, like I listen to
Yeah.
my old episodes of this podcast, and I
Yeah.
think they're all cringe too.
Oh, okay.
So like I'm just like, oh, I don't listen to it. I don't look at the numbers. I
Have you ever had any advertisers contact you?
2,
Too. Okay.
and I refused them both.
Why? You didn't like the
One was a
product?
coffee brand that's
wrong with
like
that?
right across the street,
Yeah, that's cool. Why does
but I don't drink their coffee.
you can
like-
start. They're gonna give it to you for free. I mean.
So I've had their coffee and I didn't find it like good.
Okay.
So it was just like ordinary coffee.
Dang.
And then I was just like, well,
Well, now wait. What's the coffee shop called?
I don't want to tell you.
Shots fired on. Shots fired on. Starbucks.
Yeah.
Across the street.
Like their coffee wasn't very good and I didn't want to like peddle something that I didn't like.
Yeah. What was the other advertiser?
It was a gym. One of the gyms around here.
Like
And I
a
actually thought about that
Jiu-jitsu
one.
gym?
No. Just like a normal lifting gym.
Okay.
They were like, oh, you know, like we can have a couple people on, have our coaches on, and then, you know, give you some money, talk about our... I was like, yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I don't go to their gym. Like...
I mean, you can start. I'm
Yeah,
saying
but I
you can
also don't
start
know their
drinking this
coaches,
coffee, start going.
right?
To, but maybe you like them.
I don't want to push something that I don't know enough about. Like I would push Workshop because I know the coach, I know the place. If I send people there, it's like safe hands.
Sure.
But what if like someone listens to this and then they go to the gym that I'm peddling and then they have a terrible time, and I'm like, I didn't mean for that to happen.
Yeah, I see that.
Like I don't want that.
I
to
get
happen,
that. Yeah, it makes sense.
You know, so I always want to have like somewhere where I'm comfortable with where I'm pushing people.
But you never looked at the numbers.
Never, not once.
I'm really curious. Okay, I'm curious. I'm curious, but it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Is it on? It's on Spotify. I've listened to
Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Bilibili, and just on all the platforms.
that. The English one's also on Bilibili. Interesting. Okay.
I mean, are you still posting on Bilibili?
No.
You're just doing the Xiaohongshu and the
Yeah, like
the
WeChat channel. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually got to post a video later tonight. Yeah, I gotta try to not forget about.
How long does that take?
Like 2 seconds, but it's still like, you know, you got to make sure everything's like.
Because you have a format, or do you have like a?
Yeah, like the the caption and like the hashtags and like I just got to make sure everything's like posted to the right place.
But you're editing it, aren't you?
No, actually, at Ocean,
Gaga's doing it.
no, Xiaozhong, the Jackson's girlfriend.
Okay. Oh, great.
Yeah, she helps me edit now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty nice. I used to have to edit them myself, which was good because I got experience in video editing. Like for that app, I think it's called like
Jianying.
Jiankuai. Yeah, Jianying. Yeah,
Jianying.
something. Jianying, yeah. But now I don't need to do it. But I know how to do it, which is good.
But I think you should like always training up on the new features for Jianying. It's like valuable.
Yeah, for sure.
Every once in a while, you should be like, I'll do one.
Yeah, I'll probably.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be making more video content soon, not related to jiu-jitsu, probably. So we'll see.
Yeah, but your non-jiu-jitsu stuff is like me. Look at me, Dean, in my Carhartt. Like that's such. Whenever I see those, I'm like, what is this? And then it says like outfit of the day. I'm like, Dean's a girl.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, yeah, I'm a gay man. I mean, look. Those posts just aren't for you. They're for some people enjoy those posts, it's just not you. So you'd have to change your algorithm.
You're fishing. You're looking for like the pretty girl likes.
I wouldn't say that. I get a lot of pretty guy likes
That's
on the social media.
I'm pretty sure he's saying that because Dean has a girlfriend now. He's no longer single. He has to be like, oh, it's all the gay guys that
right.
he likes.
So yeah, no, not OOTD stuff. I have some plans to do other stuff. But,
like what?
I don't know if I can say on the pod. Yeah, it's a little secret.
Cool. I'm excited then.
We'll have to see later.
Yeah.
Sorry, off track. You were gonna ask me.
So
a question.
I was gonna ask you. I got you on because
you're gonna ask me how addictive is in.
Oh yes.
It's pretty bad. Wake up, night sweats. I'm like, oh my god, I need nicotine right now.
I had a smoker uncle.
Oh wait, dude, my mom smoked. Yeah, it was annoying. I would like go to high school and like
smell like smoke.
Yeah, just smell. And all the kids were like, "Oh, you smoke, right?" I was like, "No, what? I'm not down with smoking." But then like I was like, "Oh yeah, it's because my mom smokes inside the house."
Yeah,
so it's like,
and our family was so against it, and I just nicotine and cigarettes in general was just.
There's no smoke with these.
I know, but like
so there's no odor. Yeah, all right, yeah.
Which is weird because we got away with, like, my sister and I smoked weed for like when we were kids, and we shouldn't. And then still, I was just like,
oh, okay, yeah. I mean, that's kind of standard in the States, though.
Yeah.
So kids.
So like, I'm saying it's kind of hypocritical of me to be like, Zins are probably bad for me.
Yeah, no, it's just like coffee, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Don't judge my substance. Everyone's got something. That is true. Everyone needs an addiction of some kind.
Okay, that I agree with.
Right.
What are you addicted to other than Zins?
Other than Zins, I mean, jiu-jitsu, Tetris.
Really?
Dude, I crush Tetris, dude. Like, if I'm at home and I have like some time to kill, I'll put on a podcast and I'll
just play Tetris.
I'll just play Tetris for like a long
original Tetris.
No, Tetris 99. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's like a battle royale, but Tetris.
Okay.
So it's you and 99 other people. Mm-hmm. If you can be the last person playing,
standing,
you win. Yeah.
That's intense.
But like, cause we're in China, like I always end up playing with a bunch of these like Japanese kids who are just, like,
which are like
they
amazing.
Crush it. Yeah. They just crush me. And it's all like Japanese, so I can't read their names. But I did get first place one time. Yeah.
How long have you been playing?
Like since it came out, I don't know, like 5-6 years.
Okay, so like a long time.
Yeah, it's sick. It's really, dude. I love Tetris. I can just keep playing it.
That's a problem.
Addictions, jiu-jitsu, Tetris,
Carhartt.
I'm actually really addicted to sweets.
Oh yeah, me too.
I
actively tried to stay away from
them. I don't keep any in the house.
Yeah, me too.
I try to avoid them, but it's still like a couple times a week.
Yeah, I'll have a cookie. I'll have like a bag of gummy bears, and I'll just be like, this is delicious.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah.
No, I can't do it.
I'm definitely addicted to sugar, but I keep it in line.
I try to do fruit in the house.
Yeah.
Try to use that to like get the sugar addiction off.
For sure. Yeah, I got you. What about you? Do you have any addictions?
Porn's like the big one. Okay. Dude, porn's like I've said it enough times on the podcast. It's a huge problem for me.
It's pretty bad, man. I mean,
it's a huge problem. Like
I
I
think-
gotten off of it pre-COVID.
Yeah.
And then
Lockdown.
lockdown just like killed me.
Lockdown was a tough time for,
Yeah.
for the fellas.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
That was
We
rough.
were
And
rough on our bodies.
I'm still trying to get over that one. Like I'm still trying to get back to like
yeah.
no fap as much as possible.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of helps because, like, wait, can I say the word VPN on here?
Yeah.
Okay. It kind of helps because, like, there's that extra step you need
Right.
to take
The
to, like,
additional step is
Right.
annoying.
it's annoying. So sometimes, like, you're just like,
Yeah.
whatever.
You
That's
can
like,
catch yourself.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
like, actually, I don't spend that much time on Instagram because, like, it's just like,
You have to turn it on.
Exactly.
And then, yeah. And then you're like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, you sound like Tucker Carlson. What am I doing?
I don't listen to Tucker.
Oh, really?
I listen to a
Okay.
little bit of Tucker. I listened to him on, I think he had Elon on once, and I listened to him.
Okay. Yeah.
And he was
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
He's not a bad interview. Oh, and I listened to him with Putin. I listened to the
Yeah,
Putin one.
yeah.
That was ridiculous.
You didn't listen to the one where he had the guy on who said that he was like a gay Obama prostitute.
I heard about. I didn't listen to that. That seemed like a complete. That seems right up your alley.
For sure.
But I saw that and I was like, I'm not listening. To this.
I saw that. I started rubbing my hands together. I'm like, oh my god.
I was like, that's such a waste of my
I'm like,
time.
unless my birthday came early.
So you listened to it?
No.
good?
No.
Okay.
I mean, like, when I'm at home, my grandma, she like wakes up in the morning, like turns on Fox News.
Really?
So
You have a Fox News grandma.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, she's MAGA all the way.
Okay,
She's hard.
that's awesome.
She goes, I mean, my grandpa, her husband, now deceased, rest in peace, Grandpa Jim, he was in the Navy.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he was like boomer. So
Yeah.
pretty hardcore into the.
So that's a Fox News family. for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I
And
get
so like when I'm at our house, like if I go home, like after training, I'll like turn on the TV after dinner and like, you know, Fox News will be on and like
Yeah.
I'll watch it, you know.
it. So how does she feel that they don't have Tucker anymore?
I mean, I don't think she's that attached to the characters.
Uh-huh.
She just likes the news station.
Right.
You know? So.
Because it tells her what she wants to hear.
Dude, yeah. No, it tells the truth, bro. What are you talking about?
I've actually never sat down and listened to Fox News, so I've never.
Oh, it's just like, yeah, he's just he's just kind of funny. But
Yeah.
no, I don't have any affiliation to any kind of party.
No, but I like Tucker. I think he's funny. Like I genuinely enjoy
Yeah.
not only his laugh, which everyone makes fun of him for.
Did you listen to him on Theo Von?
No.
That one was pretty good. Yeah.
Really?
I mean, Theo Von can make like anyone sound.
Yeah.
You know,
But I enjoy his laugh, and I also
Yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
like his weird expressions
Yeah.
because I make those too, and I'm like,
I have
oh,
I have
get
a
it.
Tucker sticker on WeChat.
Oh, yeah?
It's more. Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Send
It's
it to me.
pretty funny.
I'll use it.
All right. So other addictions. What else you
That's
got?
my main one. Like that and sugar. I don't have anything
Yeah.
else. I don't think I'm addicted to any of the sports I do. I'm not addicted to, not really addicted to gym. Maybe swimming. I think my
yeah.
skin is addicted to the pool. Like when I
Yeah.
don't swim, my skin feels weird.
Yeah. I got
Maybe
you.
that a little bit. Like physically addicted to that, but I don't.
I see.
I try to stay away from anything addictive.
Right.
I used to play poker a while, and then that is a huge money drain where I was just like, I can't
sure.
keep doing this.
Dude, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like addiction is like,
Mental.
yeah, mental. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, it's just a weird thing. It's a weird, but I think everybody has their addiction and they kind of like, everyone kind of needs something, you know, to go back to.
Everyone needs a vice.
Everyone needs a vice. Exactly. That's what I meant to say. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I try to cut as many of those as possible.
Oh, yeah.
Like I even cut out potato chips this year,
Oh,
and because
yeah.
potato
You
chips
used
are
to
just
eat-
so bad for you.
You used to eat them a lot.
Yeah,
Oh,
I used to eat just like a bag, just the whole bag down.
Yeah,
And
I
was like,
don't.
what did I eat?
I like never eat snacks like that.
Yeah.
But if there is a bag of chips and it's like open, which is like around me, which is like very rare, like
Yeah.
I will eat the whole bag.
The whole bag. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, it's like
Because it's so easy to just watch TV and the
so
bag is
good.
gone.
It's so good.
Yeah. Which is why I was so, as much as I hated Diet Dean,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
like Diet Dean, if in case anyone didn't know, Dean did a
2020.
ridiculous diet for how long was it? A couple months.
Like 3 months or so,
Yeah.
4 months. Yeah.
And was the least social, least fun human being for like 3 months.
Dude, but do you know that guy on Instagram, Andy Elliott?
No.
Oh, dude, you got.
He's like a fitness guy.
He's more than the fitness guy, bro. He's like a he's like a motivational
I would not-
speaker,
I don't follow any of those.
sales guy.
Yeah.
Dude, like he's like there's all these videos where like he's like at a car dealership, and he's like giving a speech, and he like goes up to the car salesman, and he's like, "How many cars do you sell a month?" The guy's like 10
4.
cars, and he's like, "What if someone kidnapped your family, held them at gunpoint, said you had to sell 40 cars this month? Could you do it?" And the guy's like, I guess so. He's like, "That's what I'm talking about." And he's like, dude, so he's always, just pushing people like that. Or he's like, his other thing is that if you want to work for him on his team, you have to have abs. He's like, dude, if you don't have abs, like, how can somebody trust you? Like, you're not disciplined. You can't take care of yourself, so you can't help someone else.
There's
Some
a
truth.
little bit truth to that.
Right.
A little bit.
But
I
dude,
get that.
He makes these guys get up on the stage and like take their shirts off,
Yeah.
and they're like, and he's like, "Are you happy with you?" It's like a little bit of pickup artistry, a little bit of PUA. But like he always brings it back to being like, "Oh, you don't like yourself now, but like I want you to like yourself.
Yeah.
So you should like do X, Y, and Z. Stop eating junk."
Yeah.
So
I listened to. I mean, I get it. I listened to Andrew
Yeah.
Tate for a little bit.
it's
Andrew
like
Tate said the same
a
shit.
little, yeah. It's pretty funny.
I get it.
Yeah.
There's truth in there, which is
There's
why.
always a little. That's
Yeah.
why it works. There's always a little bit of truth.
But I'm glad you're not on that diet anymore, because that diet was ridiculous.
It was, man. I mean, I ate literally every meal at home, like, or not
Measured out to the gram.
at home, but like, I cooked it myself,
Yeah.
measured, on the food scale. And I mean, I was shredded. I had abs, but like, I was missing a lot of other stuff in my life, so it was kind of depressing. I think if I did it now, it'd be okay. But
You think if you did it now, you'd be okay?
like,
I don't.
mentally, yeah, but I still don't want to do it because it sucks.
Because
so.
it doesn't make you happy, right?
Waking up in the morning and like
Having abs.
definitely makes you happy, but then you go about your day and you eat your like sauteed zucchini and chicken and rice, and you're like,
Yeah.
damn it.
Like, I don't mind those foods,
Yeah,
but like
every meal.
not every meal.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
No, I enjoy zucchini. I enjoy boiled chicken. Stuff like it's fine.
yeah,
Like, I can add a little pico de gallo. It's probably pretty good for me,
right.
but not every day. Like,
Yeah.
I want a little bit of. You have to spit those too. There's
Yeah.
no way I'm doing zins. Those things.
I mean, you got to spit it out. Yeah, you can't like eat it.
Yeah. Well, I thought it just dissolved.
No, it doesn't.
I see.
No.
No, I'm not doing that. It's like dip.
What's wrong?
Like,
It's not
dip
like dip at
freaks
all.
me out.
Dude, dip, you have to spit like black
Yeah.
tar into a cup.
Into a cup. It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
It's
This is
not
just
like-
it's just different color. It's white. So you think it's good.
There's no. Wait, you're saying that
No,
black
I know
is
that.
bad and white? What are you saying, Arthur?
It just seems
We're
more
on mic
clean
right now.
because
Yeah, it is more clean.
Nah, I doubt it.
Dude, you know where the biggest users of, well, they call it snus. You know where the biggest users of
No.
snus are? In Sweden. Because Sweden's so clean. They don't want like cigarette butts on the street and stuff, so they're like, all right, we're just gonna take snus.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm not down with this. This seems iffy.
All right, that's
I thought that it was like one of those breath strips that just lasts a little bit
No,
longer
no.
and then it dissolves in your mouth. No, you have to spit it out.
But they do have, there's some company called like Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
You probably heard them like advertised on
Yeah.
Man Shane. That is, they have something like that where it's like you bite it
Yeah,
and then it just
dissolves.
yeah.
I'm not doing that.
All right.
Even nicotine gum kind of freaks me out. I don't know why. Like,
Yeah.
it's a different delivery system, but it's linked to my uncle quitting smoking,
Yeah.
and so all that entire just like genre, I'm just
Fair enough.
kind of freaks me out.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was the questions you were gonna
I don't
ask me,
remember that. I
sir?
haven't asked this whole. Oh,
Yeah.
you've done the whole thing now. You've started jiu-jitsu in China. You
Well,
opened
no,
your own.
I started jiu-jitsu in America.
Right, but then you did jiu-jitsu here.
Yeah, I moved here.
You opened your own place, closed your own place.
Yeah.
I want to know give me the 3 best times.
Best times
Yeah.
of
Workshop.
Of workshop.
Yeah. And tell me that it was the Aiden Brandon era.
Uh,
That was a good era.
I mean, I think when I opened the gym, it was definitely really exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, like, first day grand opening, that whole weekend was like really cool. And yeah, just being excited about the idea of like starting to build something.
yeah.
And like, I got like really, I think I just thought, and in general, I thought like way too far ahead, but that's like, that was fun,
Yeah.
So yeah, starting three best times, like,
Yeah, you give me 3 moments where you were like, "Oh, this is awesome."
Yeah, probably when I opened it, probably like, yeah, just like anytime I had like a good training session, was always fun.
Yeah.
And then
I get that.
maybe like one time we had a Christmas party. I think you might have came.
Probably.
And we like put like little blankets down on the mats and like ate pizza and like ordered
I missed
like
that
stuff.
one. But yes,
Yeah.
I saw pictures of
Mateus
that.
was
That was
there.
cool.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah.
Like just kind of felt like, oh, like we have like a little community, like a team, you know?
Yeah.
Other times,
It's because I
think-
ask you because
yeah.
you always tell me you're missing the hang.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about the hang at home and how you kind of miss that.
Yeah.
Like it's a big part of why you enjoy being at home.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought a lot about it. Every time you say it, I think about it. And I just think it's because we don't have enough close friends. Like here.
Yeah, I mean, I think in almost any city, you're working full time, it's gonna be like that, right?
But we can have close friends. Like you just have to really everyone just has higher priorities than friendship.
Yeah.
Which is my big
Yes.
problem.
Yeah.
Like if you could just make making friends a priority, you would have the hangs.
I mean, I have friends. It's not like
But
the
not like
issue. It's
close
just like
friends where you're like
No, I
you know,
mean,
you
I have
make
close
start
friends.
making up words with each other.
It's just yeah. I mean, you just how do I say this? Like it's just like everybody has their own life, you
Yeah.
know. So, I mean, if you got like a roommate or something, then for sure you could have some good hangs, you know. But I think everybody like same thing. I have a friend who lives in LA, and he's lived there for like over 10 years now.
Yeah.
And I remember like after he moved there, another one of our friends moved there, and I was like, "Oh, do you ever chill with James? Like,
No.
I heard he just moved there." He's like, "Yeah, dude, I saw him once." He's like, "But when everybody moves here, it's like they just get their own life, and then you don't see him anymore."
Yeah.
You know, so I think it's like pretty standard for big city stuff.
So I used to think that too. And now I guess my priorities have changed because you've said it enough times where I was like, oh yeah, I do. And especially post-COVID, I realized I need more close friends.
Social, yeah.
And I realized that if you just make it a priority, everyone actually wants to hang out.
Yeah, of course.
But like no one makes the move to like get everyone together. Like that's hard. It's a hard job.
Yeah.
To get everyone together and then make a decision. We're going here, we're all hanging out. But if you actually just take that responsibility, you get really good friends real quick. Because everyone's kind of lonely in Shanghai. Like everyone's actually really lonely in Shanghai. And they don't want to make that first step because they don't maybe realize they're lonely or they don't realize that they need it. And they're just like, my priorities are make money, do my job, get good at my hobbies. Friends come, they're like way down on the list.
Yeah.
But they don't realize that friendship should be higher on the list.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think that you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna find that in any city. In New
Yeah.
York, it's gonna be the same thing. In LA, it's gonna be the same thing. I think that you just have more distractions in these places.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, dude, like, I mean, if you live, I mean, I'm from Michigan, so like everybody gets off work at like 4,
Yeah.
and then like, all right, you got a bunch of, I mean, you don't really have to commute anywhere. You drive like 15 minutes to work and back.
Right. Sweet
And
gig.
there's a lot of time. Yeah, like there's not much going on either. Like, I mean, the hobby that most people have is like going to the gym.
Yeah.
And or I don't know, playing Magic or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like a lot more time to kill because you don't have much stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you're not working as much either. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think like part of what you're saying is true. Like, if you take the initiative to like try to get people together more. But yeah, I think it's just hard to, I mean, you're really into board games, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to like organize that.
But they're the board
number of
game
people.
groups, right?
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Like Mateusz is in all of the board game groups in Shanghai.
Right.
So
I guess
he's
that's like,
always there.
but that's like where it's different, right? Because there's like board game groups, whereas like at home, it's like, all right, it's you and your friends. You just play the
Right.
board game. You don't need to like find like a community for playing board
Right.
games, So
You'd rather do that?
No, I'm saying, wait, rather do what?
Would you rather just play board games at home with your friends or
For
go to
sure.
a board game group?
I would not want to go to a board game
Oh,
group.
really?
Yeah.
I'm the opposite.
Like, but I'm also not somebody who's really into board games
Right.
like you or like Mateus or like, you know, like Dean, British Dean.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I mean, the only reason I'd play a board game back in Michigan is just because my friends want to play. And I'd be like, all right, I'm down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, no. Yeah. I just feel like if your whole group is into board games, then just go to a board game group. Then you can play all the board games that are available. Yeah. As opposed to, oh, I only have this game. He only has that game. We can only play those games so many times.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean.
That's how I feel about jiu-jitsu. Like, I'm like, I can hang out with these people. I can only hang out at my gym so long. And then I'm like, yeah, I want to go check out that gym and see how they are doing this thing.
Yeah.
And I constantly want to be like, well, they're all playing it this way. I want to play it that way for a little bit.
So, like, your attitude towards jiu-jitsu is like my attitude towards board games.
Yeah, same.
Like, I could just not do it.
That's that. I don't know if I could not do jiu-jitsu.
Right. I guess your interest in jiu-jitsu is like a little
bit higher.
Higher, yeah. But like, I would never think like, oh, I want to play a board game tonight. You know, so just preferences.
But then, what else do you want to do? Like Shanghai's got so many interests that you can kind of like get into now.
Yeah, I mean, I think in general though, like the things I do here are just not that different from what I would be doing back home. Yeah, like.
But then the hard question would be, are you really taking advantage of Shanghai? Because you can basically do, let's say, 80%.
I mean, like what? But also, like, okay, so like, what things can I do here that I can't do at home? Give me an example. Yeah.
Right now, for me, it's rock climbing. Like I went home and I realized that the rock climbing gym was just too far away from me to be like I can do rock climbing here in 10 minutes. I can go to the jiu-jitsu gym in like 20 minutes. Like everything is just so close.
It's more convenient.
Yeah, it's just so convenient for me to like do everything.
Yeah, I mean, back home we have a rock climbing gym in Ann Arbor, and like we've got a jiu-jitsu gym. You know, there's an archery place too. Like, it's got all that stuff.
Archery, I don't even need a place.
Sure.
Like back at home, I just set it up in my backyard.
That's sick.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I guess like hiking. Yeah. You know, it's like something that's like pretty big in China.
Michigan's gotta have great hiking, right?
There's no mountains there, bro. It's flatlands.
Is it?
Plains, yeah.
You have the lake. You don't have mountains on the other side?
Don't got any mountains, no. Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean, I think that like I still get a lot out of living here, like in terms of I think the biggest thing is probably learning Mandarin, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, like I feel like I didn't really come here to like learn new things besides Chinese, because it's like jiu-jitsu is already my thing.
Yeah.
If I wasn't working full time, like some people I know, maybe I would start adding in some other hobbies, but because I'm working full time, I gotta like be more picky about what I do with my time, my free time.
I'm saying, you know, maybe we can cut out some of the Tetris time. And
I mean, I'm not playing that much Tetris. Yeah, I would like to play more Tetris, but yeah.
You think you would do like a Tetris tournament? I bet you there
No, I'm not like, dude, there's like, Tetris goes deep, bro. It's like, people like know what they're doing when they play. I'm just playing the game. But there's people who like, they know, they have it down to like, there's techniques in Tetris and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know it that deep either.
Yeah. There's like something called like a T-spin. Yeah, so you gotta look this stuff up. It's pretty deep.
I got you. That makes sense. So let's say you didn't have a job then. Mm-hmm. What would be on like higher up on your list that you would want to do here? Because you have jiu-jitsu, and I get that that's like your not only main interest, great workout, you know, fitness thing. We can't count the gym.
Source of income as well. Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I'd kind of like to get into yoga.
Yeah.
I think yoga would be sick. Yeah.
I feel like that's a big thing that all the jiu-jitsu guys are getting into as well. I mean, they've always kind of been hand in hand. You know, Hickson talks great about yoga too. Like all the Brazilians really like that animal flow shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it's just it's like physical, and I'm not good at it. So, and I think it's like interesting. So, and also the other thing too is like, I mean, I'm 31 now, so like in another 10 years, I don't know how much. You'll be like my age. Yeah, I don't know like how much. I don't know like if I can keep lifting like heavy 10 years later or not.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess probably, but I mean, my body is like a little fucked up right now. So I'm assuming at some point I'm going to have to like shift my exercise routine to something like yoga or something like kettlebells or like something like that.
Something less straining on your spine.
Something like that. Yeah.
I could get that. No, I was talking to Alicia, and Alicia's big into yoga.
Yeah.
Because her whole body's like just fucked up. Her knees are messed up. Her shoulders are fucked up.
Yeah.
And she was like, yoga really helps her kind of just like smooth everything out.
Yeah, I think it like probably gives you a better like connection with your body.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. I don't know if that makes sense, but
I don't know.
yeah, something like that.
I think it cross trains well with a lot of contact sports.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just good for your health in general, right? So
I don't know.
I mean, being
more flexible,
also like, yeah, I mean, you get some strength from yoga too, some specific strength as well. So yeah, I think it's definitely good for you.
Yeah, yes. I mean, I look at Andrew, and Andrew's pretty fit.
Dude, that guy is an animal, man. So I would like to do yoga. Shit, man. I mean, to pick up anything else, yoga, I would like to go deeper into Mandarin.
Yeah.
I would maybe even like to pick up like another language potentially.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, stuff like that. But outside of that, I can't think of too many things that I'd like really like to pick up right now.
Yeah. I would love to keep training yoga with Andrew. Like Andrew's always been a really good coach.
For sure.
But like, I'm 100% with you on the language side.
Yeah.
Because after all these jobs that I've done, I think the only transferable skill for all of them has been communication. Like the better you can communicate, you can go into any company and that's valuable. Like a lot of the software engineers end up just being more software engineers.
Yeah.
Like there's a depth to it, but you can't change between departments as easily. But being a good communicator is an amazing skill. Allows you to open so many other doors.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's true. I think like it's hard. Like I think like you have to practice it a lot, you know. So yeah, I totally agree with you though. Like you have to really you have to be able to understand like how you talk to someone and how they perceive it.
Yeah.
You know? Like I don't know, like there's always stuff at my work, like I think there's just like maybe could potentially be like a language barrier or like a maybe cultural difference or something, but like sometimes when people communicate certain things to me, like I'll be like, hey, this is how it sounded when you said this,
right? And
they'll be like, oh no, like I didn't mean it like that. And it's like, all right, well, you didn't mean it like that, but that's the only way it can like that's the only I can only understand it this way, you know. So yeah, I think communication is huge, and it takes time. It takes like experience through like age too. You know what I mean? Like you can't just be like 21 and just like be really good at communicating. I mean, maybe some people can, but like I think
it's empathy,
and patience, and like all this listening is
it's just understanding what they're going through and then what they're trying to express to you. I think a lot of people don't put themselves into other people's shoes.
Yeah.
So they don't understand that what that person's going through, what they're trying to express to you, because I've never experienced it from their point of view. So I don't really understand what they're trying to say to me.
Yeah.
And I think to be a good coach, it really involves, I think empathy is huge.
Yeah.
Like to be like, oh, I was there once. I kind of understand what you're going through. This is what I did.
So that is true when it comes to beginners.
Yeah.
And then when the students are like at a certain level, like I think the empathy goes away.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
How so?
Like in the States, like a lot of the good coaches I've met, like, I mean, of course they're going to be helpful to beginners.
Yeah.
Because like you said, like they understand what it's like.
Right.
But like when they're talking to like their other students, you know, brown belts, black belts, like like they're not going to be so nice about it all the time, you know? So like, yeah.
I realized that in my last episode on YouTube with Sean Pitts.
Who's that?
I don't. He's the coach at New Jersey B team.
Oh, you did it. Okay, cool. Yeah.
And Sean he gets a lot more out of seminars.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't get anything out of seminars.
Yeah.
Because I feel like as a blue belt, my coach can probably teach me a lot of what the seminar is going to teach me. And that the last, maybe 10%, I'm not going to be able to use it anyways. So I find that I don't get a lot out of seminars. But he was like, he'll go to like a Joseph seminar and get a lot out of it because it's the most new thing. It's the most, and he just gets a lot more out of it. And I was like, I don't get anything out of seminars. So that's when I kind of realized that there's a big difference between how, maybe white and blue belts are taught and like the higher belts, it's a different point of view.
Yeah. I mean, I think everybody learns differently too. There's no like.
You really think white belts get anything out of seminars? I don't.
White belts probably don't get anything out of anything. Besides sparring. I think, but I mean, I think that like some people, like they learn really well through drilling and like repetition.
Yeah.
Some people, they just need to see a technique like once and like play around with it. It just, everyone's different, I think. Yeah.
I'm convinced that seminars are just like expensive photo ops.
No. I mean, well, it depends on the seminar.
Yeah.
Eddie Bravo, Craig Jones seminar, yeah. Like
Yeah.
you're going there just to get a picture with the guy.
Yeah.
But like, some other seminars, there's definitely good stuff in there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Maybe I got to go to more because right now I've been to a couple and I'm just like.
No, I mean, dude, I don't like seminars personally just because it's like.
That's not how I learn, I think.
I don't even think it's like not how I learn. We went over this earlier too because we were talking about like running and shit. Like I'm just so fucking lazy. So like if I go to do jiu-jitsu for 2 hours, like just drilling techniques, like I just don't want to spend that much time doing drilling jiu-jitsu. I don't even really like going to jiu-jitsu tournaments because it's just like takes like your whole day. Yeah. Like it all just roots back to me just being like too lazy. So I would rather just like take a class or and then like kind of have a more conservative approach in terms of time. Yeah. So.
That's funny because that's what a lot of my friends said about swimming when we were kids. They were like, why do we go to these meets every month? You have a big meet where you're in the pool actually swimming 5 minutes, like 5-10 minutes, and you're done. But you are at the meet 8 hours, You're there all day.
That's like a competition,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it depends too. Like because I did like the ADCC Open in Atlantic City, and like I actually had a ton of fun going there and like watching everyone compete and stuff. And then when it was like time for me to compete, I was like, oh fuck, I don't want to do this. Like, so like it was just fun being there and like watching and supporting.
So that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Like,
so I get that. Yeah.
The amount of time that I'm in the pool, I'm there to work. Like
It's
great.
worth it to you. Yeah.
But the best part of it is just hanging out with your friends.
Yeah.
Like going and just being like, go, fuck, that was awesome. When your friends win, I'm happier when my friends win than when I win.
I felt the same way. And also like the road trip and all that stuff. Yeah.
You guys all get to stay at the hotel. And then after the competitions, everyone's going out and having a good time. We all go out to eat. Like, that's the best part.
Yeah. That
like,
is
you
the
go
best
with a
part,
team. Yeah. It's way more fun. The competitions is almost an excuse for a hang.
Yeah, I mean, some people they get it, they take it really seriously, right? It's just like not me, but when I went to going to the Atlantic City Open, like we drove there from Long Island.
Who'd you go with?
With Jason Rao and Nick Ronan.
Okay.
And then one of their other students, one of my friends.
Yeah.
And we drove there from Long Island, which is like 2 hours.
To Atlantic City, it might be longer. Might
something
be 3.
like that. Yeah. And we drove. And Jason has a Tesla, so we were driving, and like we just stop and charge at one point, and then we go again. At the competition all day, the competition was a shit show. It finished. People were still fighting after midnight. 12:30, we like logged on to Flow Grappling. Like the finals are like finals to Absolute are happening. We were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So but we had left before it finished, and on the way back, we're driving. And dude, like Teslas are just not good for like long distance. So like we're driving and like the Tesla got to like literally 1% battery.
Jeez.
We're on the highway and Jason's like, wait, what happens if it goes to 0? And so we finally found a gas station.
Okay.
But that moment, finding the gas station, we're like, oh, we can charge it. We go in the gas station, like, we're buying some food, making some jokes, waiting for the car to charge. Like that was fun.
Yeah.
I had more fun like that whole day rather than the competition.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that's how all of our friends felt at the big meets.
Yeah,
like
right.
you're there not only for your team, but like you have friends on other teams, so you get to be like, oh, I saw you last year, like when we competed together, and that's so much fun.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you go back to the hotel, everyone's just chilling, hanging out. That's the best part.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like I didn't really care if I won or not. Like I wasn't gonna get anywhere near the top of the list. So I'm just there to kind of do a personal best and then see if my workout paid off and then, hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
Like that was amazing.
For sure.
What's it like to hang out with Jason Rao all day? It's gotta be awesome. I mean,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, for me, it's cool because I'm just like such a fan of him, you know, as a coach or as a teacher and his jiu-jitsu. But yeah, it's always just like good hangs. So
you ever feel like through osmosis you get a lot out of him?
Like jiu-jitsu wise? Yeah, a little bit for sure. Like the first time I went there, like I came back, I was way better. And then the second time going there and coming back, like I just like, it was just like huge. Like my jiu-jitsu skyrocketed. Yeah. Yeah. Cause I'd been out there for like 2 weeks. Just training with better people and like people are the jiu-jitsu at his gym, like the people are really good and like the rounds are like serious. Like you're going a little bit hard. Not like you're not like getting hurt or anything, but like people aren't giving up easy, people are fighting a little harder. Like you have more competitive roles. Right. And also like, like he's there to answer questions after training. And I took some privates with him and some other of his black belts. And I also went to like Sarah BJJ. So, it's just like so much knowledge that you can absorb. And like, in one training session, you get a lot out of it. And then like some days I would even do 2. And I'd just be like trying to accumulate like as much knowledge as I can in the time I was there. So
did you go with like actual questions to like
not
to
like
figure
before
out?
I got there.
Okay.
But like you run into problems and then you get them solved like
Quicker.
Same day. Yeah, which is nice. Like now when you like self coach, there's like people who are just like geniuses like Joseph, but like for myself, I'll run into problems in training and it'll maybe take me a little while to
figure it out.
Either realize that it's a problem or even like after I've realized it's a problem to like, solve the problem. Like either doing that myself or like going to look at video content or something to try to correct it. Right. And then if there's something I really can't solve by myself, then I'll go to someone like Jason or like another one of his black belts named Anthony who's helped me out a lot as well. So, yeah.
I also agree. I think that because I've mentioned this to you before and you were like, no, I can self-teach.
But you can. Everybody can do it.
No. But it's definitely better if you were there full time, you'd be amazing.
Dude, yeah, I've thought about it a lot. Dude. Like after the last time I went there, I was like,
amazing, right? Yeah. Like I imagine if you're just in a room with killers all the time, you either level up or you're out. Yeah. Like there's no other path.
Also like the other thing too is a lot of those guys are competing like regularly, like almost, not every weekend, but like multiple times a month maybe. And, for a lot of them too, they're doing it full time. Like, so yeah, you can like feel the difference in someone's jiu-jitsu, like the way that they roll. Yeah. When they compete, when they're like a serious, jiu-jitsu practitioner. Yeah. Rather than like a hobbyist, So, yeah, for sure. If I lived there, I would be fucking sick. I have thought about moving there for sure. Yeah.
Or just staying for like a couple months.
Yeah.
Right? And just being like killing it for a couple months. Yeah. My friend Rainey, he runs a boxing gym up in Beijing. Okay. And his big takeaway, I think, was that when Chinese champions go out and compete in the UFC or compete in boxing, like Big Bang, it's important that they come back and bring training, just training information or anything back from like the big teams. Yeah. He was like American Top Team, they have a system. And if you can bring back even like 10% and help the people here train that way, that's so valuable.
For sure. Yeah. That's like what obviously like there's, some selfish reasons I go, which is just to get myself better, you know, but also like I look forward to taking that stuff back and showing my students, and you know, that parts is really exciting for me too. So I hope I can like keep doing that, keep like bringing stuff back for my guys, and that'll make me better, make them better, make for a better training environment. Yeah. So
I mean, that stuff's so valuable because there's such a bubble here, right?
For sure. Yeah.
He was saying a lot of the boxers here don't have the opportunity to compete abroad.
Dude,
so they just get stuck in the 1960s boxing training that they've done forever. For sure. And it's never modernized.
Yeah.
And they're just like, well, we keep doing this and we're not improving anymore. And everyone else is improving, but because they're getting the rest of the world information. Yeah. Everyone's getting, the top of the line training outside. And they really crave that here. Yeah. And they can't get it. And they're just like, it's important for them to bring it back.
Yeah, I mean, like, you and I are pretty privileged to have like the American passport, right? Like I can just go home just easily, fly to New York, rent a car, get an Airbnb. Like I have an American bank account, all this stuff that lets me do that. So I'm definitely very fortunate, to have all that available to me. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's harder for people abroad. But like, I think a lot of those people, if they like really want it, they'll find a way to make it happen, you know? But I think that's like why it's important to have people like people like Joseph, or I mean, I don't really want to say myself, but people who are like willing to go abroad and come back and share techniques.
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's important for the development of jiu-jitsu here. Yeah, for sure.
Because I mean, even in just Southeast Asia, like you can go to Bali MMA. Yeah. You can go to Phuket. Like they have a bunch of really good high level gyms.
They do, yeah.
Right. Tyler's over at Bangkok.
Yeah.
And like there's a lot of good information, and it's not that far.
Yeah.
Right. You can go for like a weekend, come back, bring some training back.
Yeah. I mean, in Thailand, like I think the jiu-jitsu there is pretty good.
High level.
Yeah. Because I mean, like it's a lot easier for most people around the world to go there. So, and also it's like tropical, like it's like a beautiful,
fun.
Yeah, it's like a vacation destination. So
yeah,
absolutely.
You're eating a little bit healthier. You're kind of you're always outside. Why not? Yeah, you're getting all that sunshine. I love it.
Yeah.
We were in Bali and I wanted to go train as well, but then I just got stuck on the beach. I was like, this is fucking way better.
Yeah, I got you.
So I wanted to grab you because this, especially recently, I've been going outside a lot. I've been going a lot of the outdoor stuff.
Yeah.
And I really feel like you would like it. I really feel like if you just came on, hikes or swims or whatever, like, I think we were both very indoorsy when we were kids. And I'm only starting this like outdoor movement the last couple of years. And I'm bringing everyone out.
Right.
Like, I think if we could just go camp, I don't know if you're into camping.
No. It's like the last thing
I'd
want to do right now.
Just sleep outside in the sleeping bag. You wouldn't do it.
God, please, no.
Why?
Anything. Dude, I just don't want to be out. There's like bugs. It's dirty. Like it's sweaty. Like, dude, I'm good, man. I like to sleep in my bed. Like.
Really? You're just. You never did camping when you're a kid?
Like in like an RV, yeah.
No, like outside, like by a campfire.
No.
It's never something that you wanted to do.
I mean, probably when I was a kid, because I didn't understand that it might be like annoying to do it. I was like, oh, that looks fun. I saw it in the cartoons or whatever. But
you never set up like a tent and like a sleeping bag.
Yeah, like,
go look for firewood.
No. I mean,
missing out.
Like I had friends whose houses, like they had like a property like that, maybe.
Yeah.
But still, we'd still end up sleeping in the house at the end of the night.
No.
So, yeah.
There's no way I can get you to do it. We'll see.
Honestly, maybe in the next
couple years,
like like this year. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. If you asked me like a year or two ago, probably not.
Yeah. What changed?
I think I'm just a little bit more like financially stable right now.
Gotcha.
Whereas before, I think just anything that didn't like
fit the plan.
Yeah, didn't fit the anything that wasn't fucking with the vision was not really in my schedule. You know what I mean?
Talking to Vaughn too much.
Yeah. So, But yeah, I mean, I'd be down sometime. I mean, I want to just start with something like going on a hike would be fun.
Yeah.
Start small.
Start small. Yeah. Baby steps.
Yeah.
No, but I'm telling you, just to be able to wake up, look at a sunset or sunrise from like a mountaintop. It's like.
I mean, yeah, that would be sick, but why can't
Right.
I just stay in like a cabin at the top of the mountain?
I don't know. It's different. Just waking
Dude,
up outside
I don't think
is
it's.
nice.
I would like to wake up, get a cup of coffee,
Yeah.
eat a little something, go look at the sunrise. It'd be cool.
I get you.
I don't gotta sleep in the dirt. Like,
I had a friend that took a horseback ride for 5 days across Mongolia,
yeah, sounds sick.
nonstop.
Yeah.
And they slept outside in like yurts and just
Yeah.
he talks about how the people he's made like lifelong friendships. Like those people, they went through such hardship through those 5 days
Yeah.
that he was like, he would go to Israel and he would call up his friend that went on that trip with him. Like they were tight enough that, they're just lifelong friends.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I get that.
And that's something that I guess I'm valuing more and more. And I'm worried I can't find in like cities. I don't know if you feel that yet.
Yeah. No, I mean, I see that. I have friends who are really into the stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just.
But I'm saying just like, I know it's uncomfortable. It's probably really hard and sleeping on the ground doesn't
Yeah.
rule. But everyone doing the same like hard thing together
Yeah.
somehow brings everyone a little bit closer together.
I mean, that's like why that's why we do
jiu-jitsu works.
jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're doing something together, you're working together, doing
Right.
something. I mean, it's a how do you say, individual sport, but
Right.
still.
But you're doing it together.
Yeah, as like a team. Yeah. So.
Is it a team?
I mean, you have a group of students, like they're a team.
I guess.
Yeah.
It just doesn't feel very teamy,
Maybe because you are always gym hopping.
That's
and
true.
You never.
That's true. No, you're right. Because when we did swim team, it still felt very.
Yeah, dude. Like when I was at
You're right.
Vanguard in New York and Long Island, it was like, oh, this is the team.
This is
Like,
our crew.
Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys it's like
You're right.
making up words. You're like, jokes are going around the gym. Like the one joke will stay around for a week, and then
Yeah.
the next week it's a different joke, and then
Dude, do you know what I realized that Chinese people don't get? They don't get that an unfunny thing said long enough can become funny.
for sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they don't get that or not, but
I've tried it and people are just like, it's just not funny. But I'm like, you wait, and I'm just gonna keep doing it for 2 months straight.
yeah.
And eventually, people are like, I can't believe he's still doing that.
Sure. I mean, different sense of humor, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
Culturally. But.
Because that's what I grew up with. Like, we would just make really unfunny jokes
Yeah.
for like weeks, and all of a sudden they're like, I can't believe he's still doing it. Why didn't he just stop? And it just gets funnier and funnier. Like there's a I guess point where people are just like, this is ridiculous.
Sure.
It just gets
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed any like comedy or sense of humor differences.
I mean, a little. I think, yeah, for sure. Like when I'm speaking Chinese, 9 times out of 10, I make a joke, it just completely bombs.
Yeah,
And like,
me
no,
too.
everyone's just like, okay. Like no one even cracks a smile. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck, I'm so unfunny.
Yeah.
This sucks. Yeah, definitely sense of humor is going to be different between different cultures.
I don't know if you've noticed anything in particular though. Anything?
Not really, no.
I don't think they rag on each other like we do.
I don't know. There's like, I got 2 of my students that like, one of them was always calling the other guy like, I think he's always calling him like little sister or something.
Really?
Yeah, like he's just always like
pretty
talking.
bad.
He's always talking shit on him and calling him little sister. He calls him like Shumei or something.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. I mean, I know like Mei like
Yeah.
like little sister, but the first part I don't know exactly what it means, but he always says it to him like.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. I think it depends. Maybe I think it's an age thing.
Yeah.
Maybe probably the people at playing board games maybe are not doing that as much. But if you go in the jiu-jitsu gym, it definitely happens.
Okay, that's good to know because I think the bullying isn't as well accepted here. Like sometimes I'm just like, oh, and people don't get that it's a joke.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't know because I didn't go to high school here or anything. So.
But like, I mean, even at the jiu-jitsu gyms here, like, I think I tend to walk a little bit more on eggshells around people. Like when I'm cracking jokes, I still find that I keep it pretty safe. You don't feel it?
I know what you mean. Yeah, I guess so. I guess I do the same
Maybe from
thing.
like as a coach, you have to.
I think in general, I just don't really rag on anybody because I'm not very good at it, so I just don't really do it.
But you're not good at it you're good at it in English. You're not just not good at it in Chinese.
English too. I don't really. I might like make a joke or two, but I'm not really into like ragging on people too much.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe I just haven't been in America for so long. I like forget that. Maybe yeah. I don't know.
Oh.
But
That's like my favorite. Like, I'm in a rock climbing group, and there's this one guy in the group that his thing, and I don't know why, but he just started asking in the group a lot, "Hey, is the gym open?" And the gym's always fucking open. Like the gym's open from 10 to 10 every day.
Yeah.
It's always open. But he will ask, like whenever he goes, he'll ask if it's open. And he had to have gone through something where like maybe it was holiday and it wasn't open one day, and he went and he, But like now I've started ragging on him. Like in the group, I'm like, "Hey, they just changed the routes. Gym's open. Maybe you should go." And he doesn't find it funny.
He doesn't like
he's not okay with me making fun of him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just keep doing it. Like at some point, he's gonna get.
Okay,
that
I see what you're saying now. Yeah, yeah. It might not be funny to someone who's like maybe a little bit more serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
I don't know if it's China thing or if it's but it's
might just be that guy. I mean, the guy who's so like anxious about the gym being open. He probably doesn't want to joke around about the gym not being open, potentially not being open. So.
I'm gonna start telling him that it's not open.
You could try. Yeah. I mean, if you do that for long enough, you might start to think it's funny.
That's the plan. Like I'm just gonna keep doing it until like he's just like, all right, Arthur's just joking around.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he told on me. Like he went to like the gym and he's like, "Hey, does Arthur have a problem with me?" And then the gym owner didn't talk to me directly. He actually talked to Echo, who hoped that it would get to me.
Oh, okay.
He was like, "Does Arthur have a problem with this person?" So it went through 2 additional people that did not need to be involved in this.
That's funny.
Like he just been like, "Hey, yo, dude, are we okay?" Like that's all that it needs to that needs to happen.
Yeah.
And he did not. It went through 2 additional bystanders that somehow got back to me. And I was just like, that was unnecessary.
I see.
It was too indirect for me.
Yeah. There's some maybe some translation errors there or something.
Oh God, I hope not.
Yeah.
No, he's French, so I don't know.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh fuck him then. Dude.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. My French homies. No offense. Wait, French homies. Wait, let me.
I got none.
No, I'm just joking. There's there's a really cool. There's a French guy here in Shanghai named Simone. He's a yoga teacher.
Okay.
We were neighbors during lockdown. He's the man. Yeah.
Okay.
Coolest French guy I know. I don't think I know any other French people though. Just him, and he's like the coolest dude.
I don't know any cool French people. I know a bunch of French people. I don't know any cool ones.
Yeah. So.
I don't think a lot of French people train jiu-jitsu. It's not like a thing here. We have like what? We have Jay. That's about it. That's all I know.
Jay? Oh yeah. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of people from different countries here.
I think all the French people end up training striking sports.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Like jiu-jitsu is not like a big French thing. At least not in Shanghai.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been to. Have you been to France?
No.
I haven't been.
But I mean, in Shanghai, like, I think
I don't know.
they always gravitate towards the striking sports. There are a bunch of them at like Oboro, about a bunch of them. Jawad has a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't see any of the French guys doing the grappling sports.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe yeah, they just it's not. Maybe it's just not a part of their culture. Really. Yeah, I don't know.
Are there any French champions that we know?
In the UFC
or in ADCC?
In jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, in
God,
jiu-jitsu.
no, of course not. No. I would be shocked.
It's always just America and Brazil, and like there aren't even that many Brazilians that are killing it now.
No, there's definitely still Brazilians that are killing it at the lower weight classes. Other countries.
Who are you looking at right now? Like, who do you learn from?
I just learned from Jason.
Yeah.
I just watch all of Jason's stuff. I mean, There's like guys like Felipe, not wait no, what's his name? Felipe, not Felipe Andrew. Is it Felipe Andrew? No, Fabricio Andri.
Okay.
That guy is fucking awesome. That guy is so sick at jiu-jitsu. He's so much fun to watch. But he's also like a Super Saiyan who's like, I think he fights at 66 kg.
Jeez, that's like my size.
Yeah, but he's like, well, he cuts.
He's got to be, yeah. He's got to be way bigger than me.
But he's like a Super Saiyan Brazilian and like the stuff. I mean, I can't do the same stuff that he does.
Yeah.
You know, but I can still watch it and like be really impressed and really excited.
That's
about
how
it.
I look. When I look at the Rotolos, that's how I feel.
Yeah, oh, yeah, dude. I mean, me too. I can't do
Yeah.
anything that they do either.
I mean, when he did that, what was it, turtle to like mount move? Did you see that recently?
With Isaac Michelle.
Yeah.
I didn't know, but I mean, dude, everything those guys do. I mean,
It's just wild.
yeah, it's like when you get to that level of athleticism, you can do a lot of dope shit.
Yeah.
You know? But
It
for
was
like,
unbelievable to me. And I'm just like,
yeah,
what am I getting out of this?
I mean, it's like fun to watch.
Sure.
Yeah, but like, I mean, if I trained with them, I'd definitely get better at jiu-jitsu, but I think that their style doesn't really fit me because I'm not like as athletic as them. I'm like not athletic at all, and I'm also not as fast as them or
Yeah.
anything. So, you know, but I can still watch and appreciate it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But you just mainly focus on what Jason teaches.
Yeah, I mean, he's not the most athletic guy, but like he's very strong and his jiu-jitsu is really solid. So I feel like I mean, he's bigger than me, but he's also got guys who train at his gym who are in like the 66 kg weight class,
Right.
who do really well. So, and he's got bigger guys at his gym who do really well. So I think that he's like very well-rounded, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you find that it's important to find a coach that's like your size or your body type?
Size and body type, not necessarily, but definitely like the way that they do jiu-jitsu is important.
Okay.
Like but I don't know, it's tough. Like you can never find a coach that's like going to be, that will have like all the answers for you, you know? But there's like guys who train with me who are maybe more fast and athletic. And even I'm like limited in what I can teach them because I don't have their athleticism or something. Right. Same thing. Like if you're, you know, a huge guy and you're like 99 kg or whatever, and then you go learn from, I don't know, like Marcelo Garcia, like it's like, you know, Marcelo's game was like really focused on like being pretty athletic and fast and, you know, like hustling a lot in fighting. So I don't know how much you'll get from his game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then again, if you went to go train with like, if you're 99 kg and then you went to go train with like Gordon Ryan, you could probably pick up what he does and apply it faster. But this isn't a perfect world where you can just pick your jiu-jitsu coach.
Absolutely
like
not.
out of all the best in the world, you know,
Yeah.
but not everyone gets that. So
I guess what I'm saying is it kind of goes back to what we were saying about empathy and kind of understanding what you're going through. Like I think it would be very difficult for Marcelo Garcia to understand what a
big guy is doing.
200-pound.
Yeah.
Like it's just I'm sure he can to an extent.
Yeah.
There's at a point where he's like, I don't move like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I don't know how, like, I've found that a lot of big coaches will still be like, oh, yeah, Arthur, like, I can still, you know, I know what you're going through. I'm like, but do you?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you're almost 2 meters. Like, you're very tall.
Yeah.
I can barely get past your legs.
Yeah.
You just step and you're past my legs.
Right.
And
yeah.
I don't know if you really understand what I'm going through.
For sure. I think that can be an issue. I mean, I run into that issue with my own students. So I think the best thing you can do is just like, try to understand that everyone has a different body type or way that they do jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Try to cater to them a little bit. And also, you know, as a coach, you can always like be like, oh, I think if you watch this guy's competition footage, like you might be able to pick up something from here. Like you should watch this guy or study this guy. It could be beneficial for you. Yeah.
Give homework.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I
be
think
like,
that's important.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. because even for swimming, I give homework. I think people need to be like,
because like the way you swim is probably different from the way like Michael
way
Phelps swims.
way different.
Yeah.
You know, which is why I like to teach in concepts. I don't like to teach, one thing. I like to be like, everyone's gonna balance in the water differently. You have to feel the water the way you feel water. You can look at me do it, but I'm going to balance differently in the water than you will. Like the way my body floats is different from the way your body floats.
Do we say the word for this in a different way?
For water?
Yeah.
No.
Say it again.
Water.
Water.
Yeah, we're the same.
I think you go.
Water.
Yours is like a little bit lower. I think.
Water. Go.
Water. Like you're kind of saying like water.
Yeah.
I'm saying like water.
I don't do that.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Water.
Little New Jersey, Michigan.
Whatever.
Cultural difference. Something.
But you does Jason say different? Like
For sure. Yeah, he's from New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's like has like a New York accent. Yeah.
I don't know, Jersey, New York, tri-state area.
It's a little Pennsylvania and yeah. But
yeah. I also failed to get the accents here. Like
really?
we went to Sichuan recently.
Yeah.
And it's very like their Mandarin is like, it's like basically Spanish. It's like English and Spanish. Where you're like, what?
Yeah.
So I don't know how people communicate. Like it must be
pretty
crazy.
nuts. I mean, I met a guy last night from Macau, and like he had like the Guangdong accent. Yeah. Like
it's tough.
Shanghai accent.
It's pretty different.
Yeah, I can still understand what they're saying, but
again, like you miss a couple of those cues.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
And which is why I think people aren't as funny, because I think it's in those little like small things where like you get humor, and because the languages are still pretty different, people are they don't get the humor doesn't cross. That's my bet.
Maybe. I don't know. Could be.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Because I'm only starting to get funny in Chinese.
Really?
And still, I'm like not that funny. Every once in a while, I'll make it like a Chinese joke, and people will be like, "Oh, that was funny." Yes.
You're right.
It's finally getting there.
I think like the jokes I make in Chinese, it's always like
punny.
I kind of know. I almost like know that it's going to be funny.
Yeah.
And the ones that bomb are always the ones where I'm like, I'm not sure about this. Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a go. It's a Hail Mary.
I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah. So.
All right. I'm gonna cut it here.
Okay.
Again, tell everyone about Ocean.
Well, you're gonna cut it.
Yeah, we're done. We have an hour.
It's only been an hour.
Oh, you want to keep going? I'm down.
I mean, dude, I'm having a great time.
Oh, me too.
Are you not? I thought I could finally break the record for longest BingKing
I'm not
podcast.
doing fucking 2 hours. I'm not fucking doing 2 hours. You killing me?
Okay. I mean, how many people do you think are still listening by now?
I have no idea. I really don't look at.
Never looked at the numbers?
I never look at my stats.
Damn.
Do you really look at those stats? Like when you post?
Yeah, for sure.
I never look at them.
Dude, we gotta look.
I'm not even curious.
Do you look at your screen time?
Nope. Can't be that high. I'm always outside.
Check it right now. Do you have your phone on you?
I have no idea where it is.
Go.
I'll go get it right now.
All right.
It can't be that high. I played the game.
You never, see, you never looked at it?
No, where do I go?
Settings.
Okay.
Let me get my phone. I think it's settings, and then there should just be screen time. Yeah.
Okay. What's yours?
Let me take a look. My daily average is 3 hours and 49 minutes.
Okay. Wait.
How about yours?
I clicked into screen time.
Yeah.
And it gave me this screen.
Let me see. Understand how much screen distance, communication lens, share across devices. Oh, maybe you just like have. Oh wait, no. So you gotta go. Dude, your phone's almost dead, Arthur.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried too.
Screen time. Oh, I guess. Oh, because you never. So you have to like give it permission to.
Oh.
Monitor, yeah. Oh, so you're cheating, dude.
I don't know.
Damn.
But I never track anything.
Yeah.
Do you think it's valuable?
No. How do we get on this? I forgot how this got brought up. We're talking about.
But do you think it's valuable to track your screen time? I was talking about my data, how my videos do.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't really give a shit about that either.
Yeah, I don't look at the screen time really, but No, I'm just curious, like what if people are still listening or not.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think most podcast people don't listen past an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm like a completion. I like have to listen to the whole thing.
No, not me.
Maybe not unless it's a bad podcast. Hopefully this one.
Yeah,
one
I
of
feel
us,
like
yeah.
once I lose interest in the podcast, like I just cut it.
Oh,
Like
okay.
that's it. And it'll happen between an hour to 2 hours, around there. Like the first hour I'll probably listen to, and then between 1 and 2, depends on if they keep me interested.
Sure.
Like Shane and Matt, I'll probably listen to the whole thing because I'm excited. Hopefully at the end they'll make like a funny joke and I'll be like, oh, that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
So like stuff like that, I'll listen to most of it.
Yeah.
But there are podcasts where I'm just like, I got as much as I could out of this. I have an
gotcha.
idea of what they're going to talk about going forward.
Yeah.
So why do I keep going? You know, like Joe Rogan's probably just going to keep talking about getting canceled and stuff for
Yeah.
the next couple and free speech. I'm like, I don't want to
Yeah,
listen to
you're
this
right.
anymore.
You're
Like,
right.
I'm done.
I
You know?
totally got you. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So I give it maybe an hour and then I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah. Well, that's why, Arthur,
I should take
the
a Zin.
Zins are good for the long hang, buddy.
That's not true.
It's true. Dude, all the podcasters are on it.
I know.
Yeah.
I won't do it.
They're for
I think
the long hang.
if I did like a long one, Joe's trick is really just the drugs on the table. Like it's the drugs and the alcohol that's on the table.
He's popping Zins too now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing all the drugs. He's doing all the alcohol.
Whoa, hold on. Just so everyone knows, Zin is not a drug.
It's not a drug.
And Zin is not a sin. That's their slogan.
Is that really their slogan?
Arthur, please don't lump this in. You can buy this on Taobao legally.
Yeah, sure.
On Taobao.
Yeah.
Imported from Sweden. A very nice and clean country.
Yeah.
Arthur.
won't-
Judging me
I won't do
for
it.
narcotics.
But I don't drink either. Like,
Oh, true. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm not like into, like, if my podcast would be a lot better
Yeah.
if I had like a table of just like drugs, you know, and just
True.
it loosens
Well, okay,
everyone
hold
up.
on. Your podcast
Is in China, so
would not be in China if that were the case. Yeah.
correct. But
Yeah.
ideally, like my table would have whatever you needed to like make you feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
And then people would be hammered and then
Sure.
saying ridiculous things.
And then you
on
could have
mic.
the video camera.
Yeah, and I'd be
You're
right
like,
there.
Can you say that again for me?
Yeah.
They
Like-
wake up the next morning like, oh God, Arthur,
What did I
don't-
say?
I don't remember what happened. You're like, I got it all right here, buddy. All right, fork over 20,000 RMB or
Otherwise, this is going up.
This is going up to the big time. And you don't know your numbers. That's just what you tell them.
Yeah.
You tell the guy, hey, I don't know my numbers, so
It's probably millions.
everyone in China could see
Yeah,
this tomorrow.
everyone.
We don't know. The BingKing podcast might be the biggest
Biggest
podcast
shit
in
ever.
China. So you're gonna give me that 50 grand or what?
Yeah,
You know?
you gotta do it.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid,
Hmm.
I might have been like early 20s,
Hmm.
and I got catfished on Tinder
Nice.
to Instagram
Okay.
to some sort of video chat platform.
Okay, and then they made you jack off.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Did you get one of those too? When I was
no,
like 20
but-
something.
This is if you go back on Matt and Shane. There's this friend of theirs named Gerby.
I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't listened to as much as you.
And he talks about this. He was looking at porn and then he got catfished into a website, video chat. He started jerking off on camera and then the person just said LOL and then left.
Okay.
He was just like, oh my God. He he was like freaking out. Like he didn't know if it was like recorded or like
Oh, so
what happened. Yeah. But go on with the story.
So they were like, I just recorded you. I have your Instagram. I'm going to send this to all of your friends.
Damn.
And when I was 20, I was like, and then they were like, you're going to have to pay me. And I
Wow.
forget how much it was. It was at the time a
More
good
money
amount
than
of
you had, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, just do it. Like, all my friends kind of know I'm gross. Just do it.
And what happened?
And nothing. Nothing
Yeah.
happened. And
Yeah.
it just kind of went away. I don't know what happened, but like they were
Right.
probably just like, oh, he seemed real confident about that.
So what if that happened to you now? Like, what would you pay the money?
No. All my friends still know I'm a delinquent. So like, I just feel like, yeah, just do it.
Yeah.
I'd probably be like, does my dick look good in this? It
Yeah,
probably looks okay.
Right.
Go for it.
True. Yeah. They had that like Black Mirror episode that was like about that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but I was always just like, I don't know. I feel like it would like, I mean, I would prefer my friends to not see my penis.
Yeah.
But if they all saw it, well, I don't know. Like, I feel like I wouldn't think it's a big deal, but maybe some of my friends would be like, Dean, what the fuck? Like, I didn't want to see this, you know?
Yeah, but those probably aren't your good friends. That's like,
Yeah, maybe. They might, well, yeah, they might just be pissed off for like a few minutes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, damn, it made me look at a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because that's why I'm always upset when people get angry that their nudes got, sent or like put out.
Okay, why?
Because
Think it's on them.
I've never had a bad nude that was in my phone. Like,
Okay.
all of my nudes are like selected, and all of my dick
True.
pics have so they look
so
good.
okay,
They make me look
alright.
good.
Yeah, okay.
I don't mind that they got out. Like,
Sure.
oh, fine. Like, all the bad ones got deleted.
Right. I mean, I guess it's just like a violation of your privacy, right? That's like
Yeah, but I've been sending out like crazy anyway, so whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure in my 20s, enough of those have gotten sent out that if it somehow surfaced, I'd just be like, it's bound to happen.
Yeah, also like I mean, the other thing you have to remember is like we're like nobodies, so it's
Yeah.
like, well, sorry, I'm talking to the BingKing
BingKing
podcast
podcast,
man
yeah.
himself. I mean, biggest podcast in China. Biggest podcast in China. So maybe if your nudes got linked, it'd be a big deal. But for me, like nobody would care. Like I'm just some guy, you know.
So I don't know, I don't know how many people
But
actually pay for-
celebrities, I can understand.
Really?
You know, I mean, yeah, it might be a bad look for you if you got a certain image to uphold. You know,
You just feel like then they deserve it because
because they're rich and we need
they're
to-
too fake anyways.
Maybe. I don't know.
Like, you've
Yeah.
put on such a fake persona that a dick pic kind of ruins your fakeness.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I had a friend in Michigan, and this was like a guy I knew from hardcore shows, and he, not hardcore porn.
I know, I understand what you're
punk
saying.
shows.
But that is important to clarify.
And he got his nudes leaked, and then he got really freaked out about it, and he got off all social media. And like I would still see him at shows and stuff, but like rarely. Like he wouldn't socialize as much after that.
Oh, like it really hurt him.
Yeah. But like also like he had like a giant
Yeah.
honker, dude. He had a huge one. So I was like,
This
that
is
big of a
only good for
deal?
you.
Yeah, but like I guess for him he was like not cool with it. So
Yeah, I'd be cool with
anyways,
it.
yeah.
Just let it,
Good to
let
know.
it go. You know?
Good to know. Yeah, I hope that doesn't happen to me anytime soon. But
You think it would hurt you? Now, right now, like today.
I don't know if Sven would be super happy about it. But
I think he'd be okay with it.
maybe. I mean, I think the thing would be like, I mean, also like again, the traction, like it gets sent to who, and then like no, who's forwarding it even.
Yeah.
Like
I think if
don't
it was like
would go
parents of
very
kids,
far.
that'd probably not be okay.
That would be bad.
You're
That
correct.
would be bad.
That's what I'm thinking.
If
too.
you're a parent listening to this right
Yeah.
now,
They're none of this.
okay,
Yeah.
don't worry.
But yeah, I think if you like, yeah, I could see that. You're right.
Yeah. So, anyways, let's change the topic. I'm trying to break the record on the biggest podcast in China right now. I have the longest podcast. But I understand you've got other stuff to do.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else we're gonna talk about today?
No, I actually just really wanted to know your kind of take on jiu-jitsu right now. Anything that you want to bring up? Because right now you're doing pretty good, right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people in Shanghai know that if they want to do no-gi, they can go to Dean.
Yeah, or Method probably better
Right.
place to go.
Sure. Or Joseph,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, what's your take on jiu-jitsu right now in China?
Right now in China, I don't know, man. I think it's definitely growing. I mean, jiu-jitsu in general around the world is huge right now. It's bigger than it's ever been, and yeah, I just want to keep it going to see where it goes. So I think most people I meet these days are like really excited to train jiu-jitsu, whether they're beginners or people who have already trained before. And there's just jiu-jitsu everywhere, and especially in China, like even the smallest cities you've never heard of have a gym. You know, that's sick. So yeah, seems pretty good.
You think
as
it's
far as
still
that's
trending up?
for sure. Yeah, I mean it's not going down. I don't think it'll ever die down.
I think in Shanghai it's leveling out.
Like leveling, you mean like it's...
I don't think it's growing.
And there's a lot more gyms than there were a few years ago. I mean, when I got here, there weren't that many gyms.
Right.
You know,
But I
so
think
there's
it's
more gyms now.
I think a lot of the gyms are starting to like either shrink or do poorly. There's just too many gyms at some point where it's kind of like
Sure, yeah, that's a thing for sure. Yeah, I think there's a thing here. It kind of, I think jiu-jitsu in China is kind of like America, like 15 years ago, where it's
Yeah.
like the barrier to entry to open a gym is like kind of low.
for sure. You don't need equipment. It's just mats and just like a place.
Not so much that low, but like your like credentials and your
gotcha.
rank and stuff.
Okay.
You know, like I know there's some guys in China who've like got their like black belts or whatever like through Zoom,
Yeah.
like with like a Brazilian, like they
Yeah.
just paid him and they're he like hands them the belt in the video and they like pick up a belt in front of their computer camera.
Yeah.
And I think stuff like that still happens in America, but much less. But it definitely happened like some amount of years, like 10, 15 years ago. Maybe
Yeah.
not through Zoom, but it would be like it's a transactional thing. Somebody
Right.
would buy a belt, or even someone would just open a gym and they're just like, yeah, I'm a black belt.
Yeah.
Just give them
How are
some
you gonna
black
check?
belt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's kind of still in that stage here where it hasn't quite become like more professional. But that doesn't mean that like can't have good gyms or good technique
Of
or
course.
anything like that. So I still think that it's doing quite well.
But as a consumer of jiu-jitsu, then
Sure.
it's difficult for maybe someone who doesn't know a lot about jiu-jitsu to pick a good gym, right? They might walk into a bad gym and then have a really bad experience and just be completely put off of
For
jiu-jitsu.
sure, yeah.
Which already has a high barrier to entry for consumers.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know, like I think that I always tell people this, like even when they come to Ocean or even when they would come to Workshop, like I would always just tell them like, yeah, like try other gyms in the area, see what you like, you know,
Yeah.
because every gym has a different environment, different coach, different style, so you just got to find which gym works best for you. The same thing goes with weightlifting gyms, yoga studios. It's all the same. Like you should shop around and find out what is best for you, because yeah, it is a bummer if you go into a gym and maybe you have an unpleasant experience for whatever reason.
Yep.
And then like somebody just writes off that sport, you know? So yeah.
Because most people aren't willing to give it a second chance, right?
Yeah.
If they have like a great first experience, let's keep going.
Yeah.
But once they hit that first like, ugh, that really annoyed me. I don't really like this anymore.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people just quit. And I've seen it more and more, not just in jiu-jitsu. I see it in rock climbing. I see it in a lot of sports.
Yeah.
Where they're just, you fall off, you kind of twist your ankle. It's not terrible, but like you twist your ankle and you're like, why am I doing this sport, Pete? I'm out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's hard. I'm not an expert in this area and like converting beginners, but I would say like in general, if somebody goes to try something new, no matter what it is, and they have a good time, they're gonna want to go back.
Yeah.
And if they have a bad time, maybe they won't go back. But maybe if they already had that interest in this thing in the first place, like they were like dead set on being like, oh, I want to learn guitar, or like I want to be a rock climber, then like they'll still go back even if they had a hard time, or they'll go to a different place.
Which is why I think your video content's so important.
Oh, thanks, man.
Like I think if you keep doing content, it at least pulls people interest-wise in.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, that was a really cool move. Like at least I want to learn how to do this.
Yeah.
And it might help them to keep coming even after a bad experience at a gym.
Pause. Yeah.
Sure.
Might help them to keep coming, even after a bad experience at a gym of all places. Yeah. Sorry.
But everyone, people get what we meant.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the online stuff is important. Like just to keep at least interest going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, everything's on social media now, so you got to be able to use it.
You have to be able to use it. Yeah.
Do you put Chinese subtitles on this?
Not yet.
Okay.
Eventually I do.
Alright.
You know who's doing it? Bruce.
Oh, really?
Bruce has a
Some software.
he wrote some software.
So he's gonna do it for this one?
I'll probably do it.
Okay.
At some point.
Oh, really?
I just
Wow.
have to run it through his thing, and it'll come out English, Chinese subtitles.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, he did it for a couple of the Lex podcasts.
Okay.
And he just ran the video through, and it'll give you.
You mean CIA podcast plant, Lex Friedman?
Correct. But it was the one with Lex and Danaher.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah.
And so he has this. I just haven't done it yet.
Okay.
It's on my list of things.
I mean, dude, the biggest podcast.
Biggest podcast in China.
BingKing podcast. We gotta have subtitles for English and Chinese.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely do it for the clips.
Okay.
But maybe not the whole thing.
All right. What?
That might take too much time.
You think there's some clips in here we could?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
All right. Cool.
Non-stop clips.
It's been a good one so far.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know, like, because I don't know, like, what your criteria is for like a good podcast or. Like,
Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my criteria.
Sick.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna cut it here, guys. If you have time, go check out Dean at Ocean. What days do you coach?
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday.
And we have Bushido on Tuesdays.
Bushido on Tuesday. Tuesday nights, yeah?
Tuesday night, yeah.
All right. Everyone go find Dean if you want to learn Nogi. Peace. All right, that was awesome.
Cool.
Do, 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 do.